What is your report card on the state of roadways and bridges in the state of California?
We're very similar to many states, and we're behind the curve on keeping up with the infrastructure. Our primary mission is to maintain the existing infrastructure that we have and preserve it in good working condition. Our parents and our grandparents built the system and handed it off to us. We're putting more load on that system than has ever been on it before, and now our job is to at least keep it in good working condition for our kids.
And ballpark, how much of the funding comes from federal gas taxes?
In our state, in California, it's about 20 to 25% of our transportation funding is coming from the federal government. That is very unique. Many states are in the 80-90% range, but in California it's a smaller percentage depending on the year. And that's primarily because we've got Proposition 1B, which is billions of dollars added on there. And then we also have the state dollars as well.
So it's not that we're getting less from the gas tax, it's that we're getting less as a percentage of the overall expenditures from the gas tax.
That's right. The state is generating a lot more money, but it's a one-time influx of money, so that's the scenario today.
And a lot of people think we, as a country, need to raise the gas tax as sort of similar to the way that drivers pay the tolls to pay for the Bay Bridge. Drivers should pay higher gas taxes to pay for the freeways in California. Do you and/or your boss, Governor Brown, have a position on this?
We're like very many other states. We're having the conversation. Nationally, they're having the conversation. Not necessarily specifically about raising the gas tax, but how do you come up with the necessary revenue to pay for the necessary transportation needs? Our governor has actually asked us to formulate a work group in the next month or so that'll go for the next 6 or 7 months with all the transportation stakeholders in California to decide how are we going to address the needs and how are we going to get revenue.
Why are we in this situation as a country right now?
Well, on the federal side and the state side, pretty typically, nobody has adjusted the gas tax that is going to pay for infrastructure for 20 years. So there's been no adjustment to that. There's an increased cost, and the system's getting older. In California, 60% of the transportation system, at least on the highway side, was built in the 50s and 60s. That's 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at a 50-year-old infrastructure that is aging and needs some investment, and we haven't necessarily addressed the revenue for 20 years.